Speaking of beating Michigan, and in particular, Ohio State's offense beating Michigan, they're going to be trying to beat a team now that is going through a complete overhaul on the defensive side. So now we look at Michigan and the coaching carousel turning and changing and spinning at Michigan. So Michigan needed to make a defensive coordinator hire after Jesse Minter followed Jim Harbaugh to the Chargers. And Jesse was great, obviously, and former Michigan defensive coordinator and then Ravens coordinator, got the Seattle Seahawks job, Mike Macdonald, and these guys were stars. But we all know how successful that style and philosophy was for Michigan over the last 3 years. Run wall, hard edges, hybrid players and coverage. That's the philosophy. Reduced down to its most like minimal form, that's the philosophy. So who did they go hire? Sherrone Moore gets the head job, promoted from within, loses all of the defensive staff, and yet gets to hire Wink Martindale, who comes from Baltimore and John Harbaugh. Both Mike Macdonald and Jesse Minter coached, cut their teeth, were mentored by Wink Martindale. So philosophy-wise, I don't think a lot is going to change. Now, you could claim that Wink Martindale is more blitz-heavy than what Jesse was last year. But Wink is going to do what is appropriate to win games, all right? The crucial part is they've been recruiting to and developing to a very specific system and philosophy, and they get to stay in that very specific system and philosophy. I think that's an important piece. He's also a veteran. And I think that's important for Sherrone, who's going to be a head coach for the first time, to have some veteran pieces around him in the coaching staff that he can lean on. Wink Martindale has been around. He was an assistant under John in Baltimore for 10 years, the last 4 as the coordinator. He was replaced as Baltimore's DC by Mike Macdonald 2 years ago. Last time he coached in college was for Jack Harbaugh. That was 20 years ago. He was an assistant coach under Rick Minter, Jesse Minter's dad, at the University of Cincinnati in the 90s. He's 60 years old. Okay, so you've got that veteran presence. Just in contrast, like Macdonald was 33 when Michigan hired him. Minter was 38. Both Macdonald and Minter were assistants under Martindale. Again, so the fit is really good here. And I like the hire from Sherrone. The problem is that they're going to have to rebuild the entire on-field coaching staff on that defensive side. So Clinksdale decided to go with Harbaugh to the Chargers over the weekend, and now they're going to have to find guys to replace all of those coaches. But the truth remains that Sherrone wanted to maintain the philosophy and schematics of what that defense was because of 2 reasons. That's specifically how they've recruited and specifically how they've developed. So don't throw it out. Don't change it up. Don't change front structures, right? You've got guys, and that defense should be really, really good. And how do you keep, Will Johnson and Mason Graham and Kenneth Grant? And I mean, like, they've got dudes. That defense is still going to be very good. Keep them in the same philosophy, keep them in the same structure, and that's what's going to be happening at Michigan. Thank you for watching the Joel Klatt Show YouTube channel. And if you liked this clip, make sure to like it and subscribe to the channel, and you can stay up to date on all of my college football coverage.